What is the mold frequency remedy? This is it right here. When I say frequency remedy, you're probably thinking homeopathy, which is a good thought because that's energetic. This is energetic, but they're actually very different. Homeopathy is great, and it's kind of a slow and steady approach at changing dilutions to get at a problem, whereas this is kind of the sledgehammer, okay? And these frequency remedies are actually handmade with specific frequencies to target specific problems at a very fast rate. So with the mold frequency, you're going after yeast, you're going after some aspergillus species, some epicoccum and some stachy, and that's the frequencies that are in here to target those and drop them very quickly in your body. So if you are mold toxic or harboring mold, living in a moldy house, these all become problems. And yeast becomes a problem for people because mycotoxins are an extreme irritant to the GI tract. And the GI tract is one of the very first casualties when someone is exposed to a lot of molds and toxic molds, and especially in kids too. And that's why I do a gut zoomer a lot with clients with mold toxicity, because we can now evaluate the extent of the damage and come up with a protocol to fix that alongside mold. Okay, so this is a remedy that goes in and works in a very fast, we're talking weeks as opposed to months or a year, that big changes can be made. But like with anything else, my clients that use this, you have to have that foundational support done, okay? Because if you just jump to this and you didn't do any of the foundational work, it's just like any other pill or remedy or medicine you take. You can suppress it down, but if your immune system isn't strong enough to take over where you left off, it can just come back again, okay? So this isn't a magic pill. You're never going to find a magic pill for anything, but I wanted to make sure that my clients understand that the foundational work needs done, and then this is the closest thing you're going to get to really move the needle extremely fast, okay? Now, I want to talk about dosage. And so the first thing you do before you dose it, you're going to succuss it, just like homeopathy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the palm of your hand. It's kind of like ringing a bell, okay? It's just resonating and waking up that frequency. It's ready to go. And you're going to put 5 drops under your tongue in the morning, 5 drops under your tongue in the evening. Now, do not, under any circumstance, touch that pipette, the dropper inside the lid, on your lips, on your teeth, on your tongue, on your mouth, especially if you're giving it to your children. Do not actually put it in. Have them tip right back and open up so you can hold it above. These are very sensitive frequency remedies, and you do not want the saliva touching that pipette and ruining the remedy. Then we're picking up different bacteria and viruses and food from kids and all that other crazy stuff. So be extremely careful with it. You succuss it, you hold it above, do it in the mirror if you're doing yourself, if you're not sure, or better yet, have someone else do it for you to make sure there's no problem, and make sure it goes in there without touching the pipette on anything, okay? The last thing is how to store it. Do not put it near anything electrical. I'm keeping it away from my computer here as far as I can on my desk, and then I'll put it back on my shelf over here where the other guys are. But keep it away from everything with EMF. Don't put it near a router. Don't put it near your computer. Don't sit your phone near it. Don't have magnets. Like I have biomagnetism magnets here that were on the corner of my desk, and I made sure those were off when I was setting things down before I stacked it on my shelf, okay? So magnets, electricity, and radiation, EMF, all those things, it needs to be stored, in a very safe place away from those. So maybe it's on your dresser, or maybe it's in the pantry, somewhere you don't have anything like that. This is also, like I mentioned, this is for my clients who I've worked with. This is a powerful remedy. If you want to jump into this, feel free to book a consultation. I can walk you through this. I can walk you through the foundational work that should be done first. But this is one of the fastest ways to move the needle on some of these mold and fungal problems.